Okay, so I just put the pump bolts in here just really lightly. The gasket is in here because I want to measure the backlash on the input shaft, and slight problem. That's definitely more than it should be. I'm pretty sure I forgot the spacer in here. I did that the last time I assembled this. When you put the pump housing together, you have to have the two halves concentric or it won't slide in here. And yeah, boy, did I have a problem. So be sure when you put these bolts together that you put them together with the new paper washers so that they don't leak. Again, I only went just like barely tight at all on that. As you can see, this comes right back out. I forgot my spacer that goes right on this. Forgot my spacer that goes down in here. So I'm going to go grab that. My rebuild kit came with several of these spacers. I'm going to put the thickest one in there first because she seems like she has a lot of slop. Actually, I forgot to look up how much it's supposed to have. I believe it said 5 thou more than the back. I had about 10 to 12 on the back, so we'll shoot for a little bit more than that, but I'll go look that number up again. Okay, so apparently the end shaft needed to be like 7 to 15, and I got it at, or 7 to 20, and I got it at about 10. This needs to be a 2 to 5 thou looser than the back. So if we shoot for, let's say 3 plus my 10, 13, 14, somewhere in there. We're gonna put this in here. Put this back on. You can see the stripe on here. That lines up with the bottom of the case. So you know your holes are in the right spot. Because you don't want to cover up any of these ports. Not all of these ports. I mean, these ports go into the pump. The pump, that's where the oil, the transmission fluid gets pumped into the rest of the transmission. So you have to have those set up right. Okay. This is always a little confusing here. Doesn't matter a whole lot this time that it's perfect, other than I want to snug them down just a little bit. Although that's sitting in there so nice. One guy said just do finger tight, and since it is sitting in here really good, I think it'll be good with finger tight. Okay, let me get my dial indicator on this. I don't know if you can see this. Let me get my dial indicator on this and see how much that is. That seems like too much, so I have to have another spacer. All right, I already took one of the bolts out of here, but I'll show you what I did. This worked way better than my dial indicator. What I did is you have the flat spot on the head of the caliper, and you can get it flat on the end. You can feel it. Just run this down. It's the end of the shaft. You got 1.595. Okay. When I pulled it out, I got 1.655. So I got about 60 thou play in this. So I've got to get that out of there. Again, make sure you have your gasket in there so you get an accurate reading. All right, so I think my mistake on this was I didn't have these bolts tight enough, or the pump wasn't in there all the way the first time I did it, because I don't think I had as much backlash as I thought I did. Okay, so that is 1.634. And 34. 44, 54, that's 23 thou. So that's not terrible. It's more than it should be. So I'm going to work on that washer a little bit. Boy, it wasn't off as much as I thought it was, though. So I think I'm going to call that the end of part 2. I took the pump back off because I've got to get the rooster comb, everything here. I mentioned that before. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.